Welcome, welcome everyone to your weekly moment of inner alchemy. It's like a swirling, gentle vortex that the sounds created for us today, which will help us transform and transmute anything that we are holding on to, that we are here to release and surrender, so we can receive more of who we are and embody our light in our hearts and our souls and bring that into the world. So let us dive in today. How are you guys doing? How are you feeling? I can't open my iPad. Give me a second. It has all the relevant information. There we go. Okay, so here is the drawing for today. Let me know what your reflections are, what you see, what speaks to you. A lot of water in this one. And it looks like, when I look at it in the camera, it always looks a little bit different than when I'm looking at it in person and when I'm drawing it. So this is what came through. It'll all work out. It'll all work out. It will all work out. It will all work out. All you need to do is get out of the way. It will all work out. All you need to do is get out of the way. There is nothing you make happen, because it already is. It will all work out. All you need to do is get out of the way. There is nothing you make happen, because it already is. You work so hard trying to finish something that is already finished, trying to create something that is already created. You are just not yet aware of its creation and completion. Your awareness is where it is not, rather than where it is. You work so hard trying to finish something that is already finished. It already is. Trying to create something that is already created. It already is. You are just not yet aware of its creation and completion. Your awareness is where it's not, rather than where it is. You believe it is the way you think it is, rather than how it truly is. Free your mind and enjoy the ride. You see rebirth entering the light in the picture. Let's see. Rebirth entering the light. Yes. Definitely a changing of the waters. And when the waters change, the geometry changes, the information changes, the way we embody ourselves changes. We are mostly water. So the waters of our being are changing in every moment, based on how we think, how we feel, how we act, based on the influences of the cosmos, of other people, of technology, of your programming, right? So you're this fluid being who's constantly, reshaping itself in accordance with the vibrations of within and without. Yet you are in command of your own vibrations at all times. You're not subject to them. You actually are in command of them. You're in command of them. It will all work out. All you need to do is get out of the way. A lot of the times the struggles that we have are because we are in our own way. We are resisting life itself. We are resisting the greater aspects of self coming through. And this creates a stagnation or a block in this life force that's constantly flowing through you, that's informing the waters of your being. Yet something might be informing the waters of your being that says, this doesn't feel safe. This doesn't feel comfortable, right? And so we resist it because it's unknown or unfamiliar, or maybe it activates a previous experience and we don't want to repeat that. So it's all there to keep us safe, yet it keeps us from growing. It keeps us from growing and expanding and evolving. And it keeps us repeating that pattern because we are still in a relationship to it. But when we allow it to move through us unimpeded and we get out of our own way, we set our stories aside, we set our inner dialogue aside, we set the programming aside, we set our ideas of who we think we are aside, we set our traumas aside, we set all of it aside. It's always there if we want it, but we just set it aside and we get out of that way. Then it can flow through unimpeded, and harmony is restored. It will come back into balance naturally through you when you get out of the way. There is nothing you make happen because it already is. As 𝗓𝒂𝒂𝒕 wrote, creation is finished. All time is now. Everything is in the present moment. There is no past, there is no future. Everything is happening now. It is where your awareness and perspective of your awareness is in the moment that you're perceiving reality is at a particular vibration. It's at a particular perception. When you shift your perception to where it is complete, to where it is finished, to where you're already living that life, having those things, being that version of you, then you immediately inform the waters of your being, which respond by reshaping themselves. The geometry of the waters of your being literally reshape themselves in accordance with the vibration you give it, the nutrition of your desire. You're feeding the waters of your being. You're planting those seeds with your thoughts and your feelings into the waters of your being, into the soil of your body. And that creates that vibration, which then becomes reflected back to you, and you shape consciousness around you by the shape you take yourself. The vibration you have, the feeling of that place is what's creating what is already finished. So you're really just shifting your awareness to where it already is rather than having to make anything happen. That is a lie we tell ourselves. That is a lie we are told to tell ourselves. We've been programmed to believe that, but that is not true. Okay, you work so hard trying to finish something that is already finished, trying to create something that is already created. Now, yes, you do take action, but it is inspired action. We're not pushing against life, we're actually receiving from life, and we know exactly what to do and when to do it, or we receive the input from our outer world, which supports us in that creation. Okay? So you're just not yet aware of its creation and completion. Your awareness is where it's not rather than where it is. So think of something that you want in your life that you don't currently believe you have, or you feel that is somehow outside of yourself in future time. So bring that to mind. What is the thing that you're wanting? How does that feel? There's a disconnect there, right? Because there's a, I can't see it, it's not here, overthinking. I can't see it, it's not here, so it must not be true. And what do I need to do to make that happen? Well, let's do this together. So let's break it down into the most fundamental aspect, which is vibration, which is the primary law of the universe. Okay. So now notice all the thoughts and all the feelings that come up with you not having that. Oh my gosh, I have to do all these things. How am I going to make that happen? Where am I going to get the money for that? How am I going to fit this into my schedule? Whatever those things are. Just notice the thoughts that come up, the story that comes up with the thing that you want that you don't have. Okay. Yes, we know these stories, right? We tell these things to ourselves a lot. We're very familiar with them, but yet we might not pay attention to them. Okay, so we're going to slow this down for you so you can pay attention to how you're operating without awareness and bring your awareness to it a little bit more. Maybe you are aware, and we'll just bring your awareness to it at another level. Wherever you are, we're bringing awareness to yourself and the thoughts that you're having around you not having what you want in your life right now. Maybe there's a feeling that comes with it in the body. So let's now take the thoughts aside And just notice the body and its sensation that it's giving you. It's giving you a feeling. It's giving you a feeling. So just purely witness. You can close your eyes for this. Notice the feeling your body has with you not having this thing that you want, or that you're trying to create, or you're trying to finish, or that you're wanting for yourself, and you just, maybe you don't believe you can have it. Whatever the reason, okay? Whatever it is, maybe it's a harmonious relationship, maybe it's a promotion, maybe it's a new car, maybe it's finding a place to live with your family so you can take care of your children and everybody can live, you know, the way that you want them to live. You want everybody to be taken care of and nourished, yet you don't feel that that's happening right now. You feel the strain, you feel the stress, you feel the anxiety, you feel your body not supporting you, you feel pain, you feel discomfort, whatever that is. Okay, without the story, just notice how the body is receiving the sensation. It's a vibration, it's a feeling, it's a sensation. Just feel it in the body. That's all. If there's a thought, wonderful, just set it aside. So you can focus on, there you go, on feeling the sensation in the body. Beautiful. Now stay connected with that for a little bit, okay? This is how your body's receiving information from the way you think and feel, as well as from the world that you're in. You're constantly receiving information all the time from the environment, right? So we have to learn how to distill and discern that for ourselves. And this is how we do it. We notice the input our body is receiving, and we're going to give an answer in just a moment, okay? So now we're listening, we're receiving, we're noticing the body's sensation. There you go. Yes. Someone just beautifully connected with that. Feel that place. There's no thought here. It's just a pure witnessing of sensation that your body, your vehicle, is giving you. It's a stimulus. It's a sensation. Beautiful. Now, that's the uncomfortable place. Now let's ask ourselves a very important question. What do I want to feel? What do I want to feel? I don't want all of this, right? So what we're conditioned to do is see where it's not us, where it's not what we have, it's not what we want. Now, what do you want? Ask yourself this question, what do I want? What do I want to feel? And immediately you're going to get thoughts, okay? This is a natural response. Just notice them, okay? Now, whatever came to mind, there's a feeling behind that. And this is the feeling, that's the power that's going to make those thoughts come into being, okay? So those thoughts are useful for you because they're going to help you connect with the feeling of that. So maybe you want comfort, as an example. Your feeling of comfort is very different from my feeling of comfort. And I want you to connect with what that feels like for you in your body. So feel the feeling of the thing that you want, whatever came to mind. What is the feeling of that? And spend some time really feeling what that feels like for you. Maybe you start imagining what that looks like. That's great. Notice that there's a feeling that gives you when you see yourself living that way. If you see yourself in your new home with your children and everybody has their own room and there's always food on the table, you can go out to enjoy dinners together. You don't have to worry where the money is coming from. And you feel so good inside that you're able to do this for your family. There's a feeling there that you want. Maybe it's security, stability. What is the feel? There you go. Okay. Sometimes we think we want something, but it's actually something else that we want, and we're not creating it because we're not connected with the feeling itself. We're connected with other feelings, but we're not quite at the root of the feeling that's going to make that happen for us. So spend some time exploring. Allow your body just to feel the feeling it wants to have. Now, you can give it the feeling if you know the feeling, but a lot of times what I notice is people don't know the feeling. They're thinking. You're thinking of the feeling rather than feeling the feeling. So you're thinking your way through rather than feeling your way through. And those thoughts that you have are encoded with feelings that are not in alignment with the thing that you want. So let's get in connection with the feeling. So another way to do this is ask the heart, ask your body. Allow your heart or your body, or your heart and your body, to give you the feeling that you want, because your heart and your body mind know all the maps, and it knows all the ways to get it to you, and it knows exactly what you want and how to get you there. So turn the questioning over to yourself, to your heart mind, to your body mind, and allow your heart, as if it's a bubbling spring, to bubble up that feeling from within. It wells up from inside you, and it will give you the feeling. And when you connect with it, you know, because it feels so true and so old. It's an ancient part of you. It's something that you've been disconnected from, but you've been carrying all along, and you finally, you're looking in the right place for it, which is inside. There you go. And allow the heart to give it to you. It's like opening like a blossom, like a beautiful lotus flower, opening up, revealing it to you, the aroma of the feeling that you've been looking for in all the wrong places. Not really wrong, but I'm just using that as a metaphor. There's no wrong place, because it all leads you back to your heart. So it is exactly the place where you needed to look to remind you not to look there, but to go inside. There you go. Beautiful. Now I'm seeing movement happen within the body. Nicely done. Can you feel that? Just notice what you're feeling here as you're connecting to the heart and mind, allowing it to give you the feeling. Let's add some breath to that. Let's add some life force to that, some prana and chi. Bring that life force, which is you, into your physical form, so it vitalizes and energizes that feeling state and amplifies it without any effort. It's just a receiving of life. There you go. Continue to feel into the heart. Allow the heart to give you, beautiful. That connection was beautiful. It's emotional in a beautiful way, like happy tears. Okay. Let's add a sound to this. Let's add some sound today. Let's amplify this vibration. Okay. So now see if you can hear the sound that your heart is giving you, the feeling. See if you can hear the feeling, the sound of this feeling. Just listen for it for a moment. Maybe it sounds like laughter. Whatever it is, just see if you can hear the feeling that your heart is giving you. Okay? There's a particular sound that it has. It's a particular note in the music of life. Okay, and if you do hear the sound, once you hear the sound, begin to hum the sound. Just hum it to yourself. Just keep humming with each breath while you feel that feeling that the heart is giving you. It's just a hum. Whatever the sound is, allow that sound to have a voice through you. So you begin to witness it yourself and that vibration and that feeling in another way. Keep humming. That feeling has a sound. Allow that feeling to make it sound through you. Yeah, keep going. Beautiful. Keep humming and breathing and feeling. Allow your heart to sing. And open your eyes. If your eyes are closed, feel your body. Look around the space and take in the space with new eyes. The spirit of your heart opens to your face, and the eyes are the window to the soul, and you've just cleaned those windows. So take in the light around you and the reflections around you from this new place to see your heart reflected back to you. Beautiful. And then from here, as you go about your daily life, watch what unfolds as you now carry this new vibration, which is not new at all, but one you've reconnected with or connected with in yourself, in the waters of your being. Okay? So all of those thoughts that we had at the beginning, they're very quiet now. Can you feel the sacred space that we're in together? Feel the space. This is where it all is. And this is where you are. And from here, I thank you for coming together with me to harmonize the nature of oneself. And I'd love to hear from you. Let me know what resonated with you, what you received from today, what unfolds for you over the next several days. When we do this kind of work, things become a little bit more apparent in the next 2 to 3 days. And they continue to ripple out for a long time. But pay attention. Use this session again to help you connect again. Spend some time listening, noticing the sensation your body's getting out of the way by setting the story aside, noticing the feeling, the vibration. Ask yourself, what do I want to feel? What do I want? What do I want to feel? And then feel that. If you can't find the feeling, go directly to source. Go within, ask your heart. And it will give you the feeling. Allow yourself time to allow the heart's feeling to well up within you. Connect with that. Allow it to infuse your entire being and radiate from beyond your physical borders into the subtle bodies, beyond your subtle bodies, into the world around you. Emanate and radiate that. Listen for the sound that it makes and then begin to hum that sound. This will change the environment wherever you go. I was telling a story recently about my time at the Oregon Eclipse Festival back in 2017, and there were probably, I want to say 60,000 people at this festival. And we had our little camp with the van and our friends. We all had a little thing set up, and it was a really nice space we created. And we all got together one night. And we had our sound bowls and our sound tools. And as soon as I started playing the bowls, whatever noise was in the environment around us went quiet. There was just this sacred space over a whole festival. Everything just became clear and quiet while we toned and sang and played these bowls. So you have a profound effect on the world around you when you carry this sacredness within yourself and connect with it. And it doesn't take long. It took us maybe 10 minutes. So I invite you to connect with your sacredness, your sacred sound, your heart's music, and that frequency and vibration that is being expressed through you as we set all the other stuff aside and get out of the way. And you'll see how effortlessly life responds to you in the way that you desire. Okay? Blessings, dear one. If this speaks to you and you want to share it, by all means share, like, subscribe in the 3D world. Share, like, subscribe in the 5D world. And and let me know how it goes. It's always a blessing to share this space with you and to transmute our lead into gold together. Shine brightly, dear ones. Until next time, blessings.